So welcome back. I am showing here the example 6.14, the same problem which I have already solved it in one another video, but then I am again solving it in a different method. So that if you know two methods, you will get a better understanding of how to solve this problem. So if you have directly seeing this video, I request you to see the other video first, where I solved it in the method of calculating flux density first and then magnetic field intensity and so on. And our final answer was 1783. Now I'll solve it in a different way and then let's get the same answer. So it is very important that you see the previous video, and this is the continuation of that video. So let me go back to the method again. So if I in another video I had explained procedure to solve magnetic circuits, and if the flux is given, then I can calculate the flux density, field intensity, and finally I can calculate the MMF. Or in another path, if the flux is given, first I will calculate the reluctance, and using these two I can calculate the MMF. So this below part we have already solved it in the previous video. Now in this video, for the same question, I will solve it like this. Okay. So let's go back to and read the question once again. So a ring has a diameter of 21 centimeters and a cross section area of 10 centimeters square. So as you know, this is the ring, diameter is 21 centimeters, cross section area is 10 centimeters square. The ring is made up of semicircular sections of cast iron and cast steel, with each joint having reluctance equivalent to air gap of 0.2 mm. So cast steel is the above part, cast iron is the below part. There are two joints here, and each joint is equivalent to a 0.2 mm air gap. So that's also we have put here. Find the ampere turns required to produce a flux of 8 into 10 power minus 4 Webers. So the flux circulating in the entire ring, the whole value of flux is 0.8 into 10 power minus 4 Webers. So the flux is given. So obviously the flux will not come without any MMF. So like current will not come without any EMF. Here the flux is there. So this is the winding. Some ampere turns are required to create a flux of 0.8 Webers. Okay. So now how do we solve it? I would like to solve it using the method of calculating reluctances. Okay. So if you look at it, it is like a circuit. So let's say this is the MMF. Then I have one air gap. So reluctance of air gap number 1. Then I have reluctance of cast, what is the above part? Cast steel. Then I have another air gap, reluctance of air gap 2. And then another reluctance of cast iron. And then finally it is coming. So the flux is given as 8 into 10 power minus 4 Webers. So the flux flowing in the magnetic path is given. So this is the equivalent electrical path. So if I know each of these reluctances, then I can multiply by flux and then I can find the MMF. So let's calculate the reluctance. So let's do the reluctance of air gap. So what is the formula for reluctance? Reluctance is nothing but length divided by mu into mu naught mu r into area. So this is the standard formula for reluctance. Now let's substitute the values. Reluctance for air gap. So we have two air gaps. So I can just say air gap number 1, that is length. Length is 0.2 mm. So because it is in mm, I'll multiply by minus 3 to convert into meters, divided by mu naught 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Mu r is 1 for air, and then area of cross section 10 centimeters square. So that will be 10 into 10 power minus 4 meters square. So this quantity is the reluctance of the air gap. So the same reluctance will be there for the other one also. Now what is the reluctance of the cast steel part? Okay, so again the same formula, length by mu naught mu r. So what is the length of cast steel? So we had just calculated, it is half of the circle. So see, the half of the circle, just a quick reminder again. So if there is a circle, the total circumference is 2 pi r. Now if I want only semicircle, then I use only pi r. But then if I have diameter, then I use pi d by 2. So pi d by 2 is the formula for length of a semicircle when the diameter is given. Okay? So that's what I will do here. Pi into d. D is 0.21. So remember, the entire diameter was 21 centimeters here. So d is 0.21. Pi d by 2. So 2 I will put it in the denominator. This is the length. Now what is mu naught? 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. What is mu r? So mu r given for the cast steel, it is 800. So I'll use that given value 800. And then the cross section area is same, 10 into 10 power minus 4. Okay, so this is the reluctance of the cast steel part of the question. So what is the reluctance of the cast iron part? So everything is exactly same. I'll just copy the same thing below. 2 into 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Just here the relative permeability for the cast iron is only 116. So I'll put 166 here. 10 into 10 power minus 4. Now I have to calculate all of this and then we'll see what is the next step. So I'm getting my calculator. So here length by, okay, so what I can do is I can right away multiply with the flux also. So if I just say flux, if I multiply flux on both sides, I will directly get ampere turns for air gap, ampere turns for cast steel, and ampere turns for this one. So I can multiply, I can add them and multiply in the end, or I can individually also multiply. I'll do that into 10 power minus 4 so that we get the ampere turns which we calculated earlier. So we can cross check our answers. 8 into 10 power minus 4. This is the flux. I am just multiplying everything with the flux. I hope you are all following this video. So if you are feeling I am going too fast, you can pause it and then cross check. Okay, so let's do this calculation now. So now notice here 10 power minus 4 cancels with 10 power minus 4, and what else we can cancel? Okay, so 10 power minus 7 cancels 10 power minus 3, but I'll get 10 power plus 4 in the numerator. It is nice. So this 10 and this I can cancel. 10 power 3 I'll get it in the numerator. So I think this is sufficient. So I'll just now do it with the calculator. So I have 0.2 multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 8 divided by 4 into pi. That's it. So I am getting 127.3. Okay. So 127.3. What is the units for this? This is right away ampere turns. So this is 127.3 ampere turns for the first air gap. So if I want both the air gaps, it is just the same length and everything. I'll just multiply by 2. So I'll write ampere turns for 2 air gaps. 2 Ag is nothing but 127.3 multiplied by 2. So multiplied by 2. So I'm getting 254.64 something. So I'll round it off to 255 ampere turns. Okay. Now remember this 255 figure, we also got it here in our previous answer somewhere. Yeah, here I am getting that ampere turns for air gap. Okay, so this is matching. Good. So now let's calculate the reluctance or ampere turns for the cast steel part. Okay, so again some simplification. 10 power minus 4 gets cancelled out. So there are 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll put it 10 power minus 4 here. And then 8 gets cancelled out. Okay, pi gets cancelled out. So this 10 power 4, I can take it to the numerator. 10 power minus 4, it becomes 10 power plus 4, but then here it is 0.21, so this total will become 2100. Okay. So why am I doing this is just for, we can do a lot of calculations directly by hand, and then here I can just substitute it. So what do I get? 2100 by 2 into 4. So 2100 divided by 8. Okay. 262.5. So let's approximate it to 263 ampere turns. Okay. So this is the ampere turns for cast steel. So now if I go back, in the previous problem also, ampere turns for cast steel, which I calculated H into L, I got the same answer, 263. Okay. So this is 263. Now what about this calculation? So again, just bear with me. I think it will have similar cancellations. 10 power minus 4 cancels right away. Then I have, by the way, if you look at both, I think only factor changing is 800 and 166. So if I multiply 800 and divide by 166, I'll get the answer. So let me do that. So 263 multiplied by 800 divided by 166. So I'm getting 1265. So again I round it off. So I get 1265 ampere turns. Okay. So again note, this answer is matching with this answer, 1265 ampere turns for cast iron. Okay. And finally, what is the total ampere turns? So basically here the ampere turns required, I'll put it in this diagram. The ampere turns required here is 1265. The ampere turns required here for the cast steel part is 263, and the ampere turns for each air gap is 127.3 and 127.3. So it's just like adding voltage drops, you get the total MMF. So you get the total MMF here. I think by calculating you will get total MMF as 1783 ampere turns. So this is our final answer in two methods. Okay. So this was, let me put the heading. This is answered with method using B and H, and this is method using what do we call it, reluctance. Okay. So we solve the same problem in two different methods. So it is up to you. You choose how you want to do, and sometimes depends on the information given in the question also. Based on that, you can get the answer. Okay. I hope now you are understanding more about the magnetic circuits as we keep solving more and more problems. So we'll try to do that. We solve more problems to understand more about magnetic circuits. Thank you.